Hello, Carla. Thank you very much for joining us in Moving Beyond the Corona Crisis project. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak more about my experience.
Thank you very much for joining us. I love to hear your experience. Would you please first, though, introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, so my name is Carla Marouche. I'm a corporate recruiter and I'm a big advocate for mental health. It's something that I'm very passionate about. And I also do a lot of facilitations for groups. And I'm involved a lot in the community in different initiatives for education of youth. So yeah, that's who I am.
Oh, that's incredible. It's amazing. So how was your experience with the quarantine and the COVID? If you could tell us from the beginning, like it's been now about more than 2 months or yeah, about 2 months, I would say. And how was it at the beginning and how is it for you now?
Yeah, so for people who know me and they're hearing me, I'm a very energetic person, very dynamic, love to meet a lot of people, love to be out there all the time. I usually get back home at 10, 11 p.m. So now
Wow.
the fact that I need to be at home almost all day without any movement except if I need to go buy some groceries, it has for sure affected me a lot because it is very contradictory to my personality, and
Mm-hmm.
being in isolation, it's not something that I'm used to it at all, especially that I used to travel a lot. I used to volunteer all the time after work and engage. So yeah, it has been very hard at the beginning,
Yes.
but I saw it as an opportunity for me to exercise this discipline to be at home because we have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I created myself, I set myself goals,
Okay.
and one of these goals is learning how to work out at home without the help of any instructor or gym.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first goal that I'm happy that I accomplished. The second
Amazing.
one is cooking my own meals and not being going into restaurants all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I set another goal to start meditating with the public. So on my Instagram, every Tuesday, I give meditation sessions to the public openly.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and and as well, like I said to myself, I need to rest. So I'm giving
Mm-hmm.
myself time to rest, because as much as it's important to be out there and outgoing and doing all the things that we're passionate about, it's important as well, especially that I'm a mental health speaker. So it's
Mm-hmm.
important that we rest, because that will fuel us a lot as well. So yeah, now I'm used to it. I really love it. Not commuting to work has been one of the best things that I ever thought I'll experience. So
Okay, that's impressive.
yeah, and it became like a routine, like I wake up in the morning, I actually dress up to get in the mindset of being as if I'm going to work. I have a
Okay.
work station at home, like in my room. I try to work on it, not like on my bed or couch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing well. I created a chart, even gave a public speech about it. So the chart is like, you need to balance the 5 elements in your life, including like sports, healthy eating, rest, exercises, and work. And if you do one of them 100 of the time, well, that's not balanced, which will
Mm-hmm.
affect your mental state. But if you do a few of each every day with a good mix, so that will make you have a stable mental state. So yeah, I'm starting to be as creative as possible with my time and getting used to it. So I really love it. Yeah.
That's really great. It's amazing how inspiring and disciplined you are. And I see that you are sitting outside. You are outside your home right now.
No, I'm actually on my balcony, so it's
Okay.
just a
Okay.
balcony.
Okay.
So every time I want to speak with someone, just so don't feel I'm always speaking from my room. So
Yeah.
I got myself a chair and a place where I can put my laptop, which is now, and I can speak with people throughout Zoom or different apps. So it's a better, it's a different atmosphere because there is a wind, there is the sun.
True.
This is only can happen when there's good weather. But yeah, so it's a good. I have like 3 places at home where I switch, alternate, so it helps my mind as well to stay in that like mindset of positivity. Another thing I'm doing, and I'm happy I'm doing, I used to do 3 years ago, is that every day before I sleep, I put everything off and I write 3 things I'm very grateful for. Like today, I'm very grateful I met a new person, such as yourself. So I'm gonna write it as part of my day, and I'm gonna write 2 other things that I'm grateful for. And then I go to sleep, I start, and then I remember like I was grateful yesterday, so now a new day for more gratefulness memories. So
That's very sweet of you. I'm grateful that I
yeah.
have met you too, and I'm grateful that people like you are with us, and we're surrounded by such a mentality for improvement, you know, and helping each other. So it seems that how was it in your area? Are you living in Montreal, in the center? Are you living?
Yeah, so I'm living in Laval.
Mhm.
For sure, in my area, there has been a lot of people that are affected. Where I live, there's a lot of more elderly people.
Okay.
So I try as much as possible to not go walk outside in
Mhm.
case I don't know if I have something. I don't want to give it
Yeah.
like to anyone,
Yeah.
especially that a lot of them sometimes they are walking outside,
Mhm.
uh, which which I believe they're not allowed to walk outside if they're older than 65 or
Mhm.
72.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I don't have the precise age, I'm sorry. But
That's okay.
yeah, so I try as much as possible to not to just accommodate that and stay at home. But I
Mhm.
feel that yeah, there's a lot of people has been affected. It affected the it affected the world. So I
Yes.
cannot say only Laval. I think it's everywhere,
Mhm.
and for sure more regions than others. But
Mhm.
also it's all how you balanced your time and how you take used to it, and sometimes resting is used to it as well. So
Yes.
it's important I emphasize that, because every time I'm giving a mental health public speak, I'm saying to people, like, yeah, you hear these people who are becoming entrepreneurs because now they're at home and they have time. Well, do what makes you happy. Doesn't mean you need to be the next entrepreneur or you need to create something. Like, do things that actually will make you grow and engage and help you as a person, like to develop yourself. And it is good if you're better than the one that you were yesterday, that's what you should compare yourself to. So the person that you were yesterday, am I
That's
better than
great.
that person? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. And so far, people are getting impatient, at least in some places. We hear in United States, even in other places in Europe, even in Canada, are getting impatient and they want to get back to their normal life. So how do you feel about going out right now, or let's say removing the quarantine or the social distancing or opening up the places?
Yeah, so first, what's important that what I say and always have said is that I don't blame anyone's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, we have different reaction to uncertainty and different reactions how to deal with this thing. Just to put this into perspective, this is new to everyone. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you will get thousands of different reactions how people deal with it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's for sure there's the standard right and wrong, but there's also the standpoint is how you think of it as terms of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I myself, I see it as if now I quarantine and I stay home, it will allow me to for sure that that line of patients to get down, and it decreases.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot blame people who are going out, because it
Mm-hmm.
is hard. It's very hard on everyone, especially I volunteer for a helpline, and they get a lot of there's a lot of increases of violence at home. There's a lot of
Wow.
attacks that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what's the reason behind people
Mm-hmm.
actually uh, planning like to get out of it. There's
Mm-hmm.
always reasons behind everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we should be empathetic with these people. I think we should raise awareness of how can we help them and reach out to them and
Mm-hmm.
create services for them, which Canada are doing very well. And I think our main focus is not only to educate people that they shouldn't get out, it's more educating them why people are getting out and trying to eliminate these things, whether it is violence at home, or whether
Mm-hmm.
it's I don't know, eating disorders, and
Mm-hmm.
trying to starting this mental health awareness about what is mental health, how can we prevent it, is it okay to be not okay,
Mm-hmm.
voice our concerns.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I think that's the best approach we can do that. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people think like this is a big thing to start talking about, but start by a small group of people. Start by like 5 people, and if every person speak 5 people, check on them and see how they're doing, and like just every person do only 5 people, I think the world will get better and better. I think we're too much focused on how we are handling instead of giving back and reaching out. And you get so much from reaching out. I've been volunteering for since I'm like 15 years old. My mom
Wow.
forced me to go volunteer, and if you calculate how many hours I work at work, which is like 40 hours, versus how much time I volunteer, you can see the volunteer hours. It's crazy. And people ask me like, why do you volunteer? Like, what drives you to volunteer? And I tell them it's not because I'm a good person I volunteer. It's because it's so enriching for the soul to
Yes.
volunteer and to give back and to share knowledge, and
Mm-hmm.
to clear the paths for others by telling them stories about our own path and what
Mm-hmm.
happened to us during all these like years, and what we've learned so far, what type of
Mm-hmm.
observation, and also to say this is my story, and it's
Yes.
okay if it's not your story,
Yes.
because it doesn't need to be your story. Your story, you can do it your own, but it's good to just learn from others' perspective, in case you can something can touch you in the heart and you can take it further in your own journey.
Yeah.
So I think that's very beneficial that we start doing that more and more.
I love what you just said. And I would add to that, when you say this is my story and it's okay, it's not to be yours. And it's okay also, I tell people, don't think that your story is negligible or not important to be heard. It is actually very important. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this initiative for moving beyond the corona crisis, is to let people or give them the chance to come speak about their stories, no matter how hard or easy it is, and to let other people listen to this story, or to give people the chance if they want to, of course. So this is really enriching, I find, for myself. It's amazing that you have been volunteering since you were so young, and it's amazing how much perspectives you are bringing to the scene here. It's like when you, let's say, when they open up now the life, do you think though life will go back to what it was before?
Yeah, I think like COVID happened in our life to remind us that the normal that we had, it wasn't the normal that we should have. And I'm speaking from myself. I cannot speak of all the population, but I'm speaking from myself. My perspective on consumption, my perspective on what's having fun, my perspective on my routines have actually changed. So I think COVID came to make me realize that I was going the wrong path. I wanted
Mm-hmm.
the wrong things in life, and now my COVID has opened my eyes to a new world, has opened my eyes that I can be at home in my own room and be happy. I don't need to go travel to Mars to be happy. I don't need to go buy that like crazy car to be happy. And if you do that, it's totally fine. Like there I'm not here to judge anyone who do that, and I'm happy for them. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, it opened my eyes that all the happiness that we're searching externally, it's actually in us. So you can be like, now I'm sitting on my balcony having a chat with you and I'm super happy.
Mm-hmm.
Last year at this time I wasn't here. I was actually in a different country, and I was traveling, and I wasn't as happy as now. So I think happiness is from within, and it is important that people take this time to reflect genuinely what makes them happy, what's the root cause, and dig deep into themselves to discover it. And uh, and I don't think we're gonna return to normal, because I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm not the only one that learned so much lessons in this COVID. I think the normal will not get back totally, at least for now. I think we'll genuinely start, there's a transformation period now,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll go everyone with that. For sure, there's a lot of uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to not have that fear to jump into the uncertainty. I'm a highly advocate for people who take risks, and they're calculated risks, but they don't have that fear inside of them. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of like fueling your energy and your mind and body with fear, with anxiety, with uncertainty, which is so easy to say but hard
Mm-hmm.
to do, fuel it more with like hope for new transformation, a new world. It's full of innovation, creative ideas. There's entrepreneurs that are now like very young. They're creating all these new apps that will be helpful. We are moving into a new world, and for me, it's super exciting. I'm ready for it. Like, I want to go out there, and I cannot wait. I'm in that new world. It's a new phase. Like, we've been living in the old phase for so long that we needed that crash to start living in
True.
the new phase. Like, it's a new phase. Everything will be different. Like, people will not directly jump into you and hug you, and they will be like they will be taking care, and like everything will be different. And maybe that, like, in the even gyms, they were saying like some of them you need to take time to you need to reserve them to go to the gym. And
Mhm.
there's like everything will be new, so embrace it, embrace
Yeah.
the newness in the world. And even you'll be if you embrace that new things that will happen, you cannot imagine how much a new self you'll be, a new person. Like, in few months, you will be a totally new person. And it's like, for example, just like a very tiny example, like my hair grew so long. I used to have a short hair. Now after 2 months, I'm like, wow, I'm a new person. So it's like, yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, I love your excitement. I love your energy about this whole thing and the way you are looking at it, and new future, a new opportunity to change and to grow and to experience new things too, right? So the norm before is not the norm now, is not the norm tomorrow, neither is going to be the norm in 10 years or even next month. And that's what's so beautiful about our life, I think. And we need to embrace the change. Things change, and whether we want them or not. So instead of resisting the change, ride it basically, and enjoy it. I'm loving the ideas that you are bringing. It feels like, oh my God, I have fireworks in my head now. I'm
Yeah, and
seeing so many things.
even yesterday, like yesterday, I was like I cannot wait to get another challenge in life. Like I
Yeah.
want that challenge. I want something to challenge me and to make me feel like, to make me exercise. Am I open enough? Am I
Mm-hmm.
open-minded? Am I innovative enough? I'm a change maker. Like to question me, to question myself, my like
Mm-hmm.
my everything in my self identity. I actually am waiting for that challenge. Like, and I cannot wait it to happen, because to be very transparent with you, if we live like a flat life where there's no like challenges, no like failures, no like, this is not life. Life
Mm-hmm.
is when you live up and down, when you get actually, you'll get that like endorphin when you actually achieved something.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that is life. That's why when I travel a lot like solo, and a lot of people like question how I do it, and it's just like I enjoy that. I enjoy traveling into a place, and I think I'm doing well with COVID because I have all these experiences.
Uh-huh.
And people like question, how do you do it? How do you go into a mountain and climb it, and you're the only girl, and I'm like, it's so much fun because you don't know who you'll meet. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know what type of opportunity you'll get, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes opportunity is not like profit opportunity. Sometimes it's a lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a you can inspire an impact on your journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's like endless things,
Mm-hmm.
like you cannot imagine. And it's important as well to mention that I'm like this because I've passed into a lot of challenges. So it's not like one day of a sudden I wake up and I'm like, wow, I'm the superstar positive person. No, it doesn't work like that. Like
It's
it's a
true.
work in progress, you know?
It's
So
true. It's
yeah.
true. So if you think now about the things that you want to keep with you from this time, let's say if we go back to the normal life, which is at least in terms of working, going to work, having to be there physically, not at home. So what are the things you want to keep with you uh, for the time being, and maybe grow into them or make them a habit for yourself?
Yeah, so the first one is I would like to keep my community. I have a great community in Montreal. I love every single person of them. Um I would like to keep everyone's around me in terms of the people. So I work for a great company as well. So I'm very blessed. I've been blessed to work remotely and they supported me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to keep that for sure. What's something that's more like, I would like to integrate more healthy habits that will
Mm-hmm.
help me to continue. Maybe eliminate, to be very transparent, maybe eliminating gym and continuing to working out at home. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's, I got into that discipline now to work out from home. um, Things that I would like to eliminate. Well, I would like to eliminate the consumption of buying extra things that I really didn't need. Eliminate thinking minimal and like more observing my choices
Mm-hmm.
and decisions. And also I'd like to integrate more mental health talks with people, which I'm happy I'm doing a lot. So I think that's something that I would like to integrate. I've been working on my Instagram page, so
Mm-hmm.
to inspire more and more people. So yeah, so these are things that I would like to keep moving forward. And the things that I don't want to keep is the anxiety that I had got when this started, the fear,
Mm-hmm.
the the uncertain mindset, not setting goals, not having good time management, falling off bad habits. Um, not knowing how to interact with the toxic people that are full of negativity, and they would like to be the victim, and they're
Yeah.
like so vocal about it. So these are type of the things I would like to eliminate, and which I'm doing more and more.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like maybe like something I would like to enhance, which I'm not doing much, is journaling.
Mm-hmm.
Journaling is very effective, and yeah, I'm planning to starting more and more to do it. Yeah.
That's great. I'm very happy to hear about all these goals that you are planning on, whether to include something or eliminate something. And elimination is as important as inclusion. Any last words you want to add to the people who are listening?
Yeah, so for everyone who is listening, I want to tell you this something that I really like. Your past doesn't need you, but your future does. So for you to get that future, you need to work on your present. So work on your present to get to that future. The future is uncertain, as we may all know, but the present is not. It's in your control. So do as much as possible every day to enhance your present, and the future, it will come on its own. Trust me. I came to Canada and I didn't have a job, and then 1 month I got myself so much like contracts, so much connections, and I got a great job. So everything is possible. So that's one thing I would like to say. Yeah.
That's a beautiful message to myself and to everyone who is listening. Thank you very much, Carla. I
Thank you.
really, really am happy to have you here and happy to have listened to you and had your energy, the positive energy. I wish you a great day.
Great. And I want to say just thank you. You're doing great initiatives across Montreal. It will be more and more vocal, and I wish you all the best. And we need more people like you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your sweet words. Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye bye.